Hi, I'm Paul Edwards, President of the American Council of the Blind. In the program you're about to see, you'll get a chance to meet many blind people. You'll discover that for the most part, they're people just like you and me. But you'll also discover that they have to find different ways of adapting the things they do so that they can be successful as blind people.
The American Council of the Blind, founded in 1961, is now the nation's leading membership organization of blind and visually impaired people. The ACB currently has more than 70 affiliate organizations in all the states, including Hawaii and Alaska, and in Puerto Rico. Its members now number in the tens of thousands, all active advocates for improving the lives of blind people.
I think it's extremely important to promote a greater understanding of blindness, and especially the capabilities of blind people. I think the general public still is not aware of the realities of blindness, the potentials that blind people have. Blind people have capabilities to experience life just as everyone else does. I think there is a misconception that the absence of sight means that one can't enjoy things that may be visual in nature. A blind person's capabilities are not dependent on the lack of sight. They're dependent on their ability to think, to feel, to understand, and experience. And it's that capability to simply be a total person that exists for blind people as much as it does for anybody else.
The ACB is committed to promoting independence and dignity for blind people so the blind individual can fully enjoy the benefits of life.
The purpose of the American Council of the Blind, as the nation's leading organization made up of blind and visually impaired people, is to improve the well-being of blind and visually impaired people at all levels. This is in all activities, be they political, economic, social, recreational, whatever. It is exceptionally important for blind people to live independent lives because blind people are members of society who are able to and who want to be fully participating members of the community. Not only is it important for blind people from their own point of view of self-esteem and dignity, but also from the point of view of contributing to society. We've heard many of our national leaders say in recent years that there are so many opportunities in this country. There are so many problems to be concerned. There's so many things to be done, so many challenges to be met, that we want everyone to take part. We want everyone to be involved in the solution. We want everyone to be able to take part in and to enjoy these opportunities.
In order for blind people to succeed in business and employment, they must be able to get current, comprehensive information about training and employment opportunities. ACB is an excellent source of such information.
The reality is that for a person to succeed in a senior management position, it really doesn't matter if the person is blind or sighted. What matters is, can you send your message to individuals? Can you communicate with those in your field? Can you sell your product or business? And can you communicate with your colleagues and your employees? In order to be able to do this, a person has to know their business and know what it takes to succeed.
The American Council is the leading advocacy organization. We are contacted regularly and we provide input, whether contacted or not, on all issues of importance to blind people on the national level, and our affiliates scattered throughout the United States serve as spokes organizations, as advocates for blind people on issues of importance on the state and regional level.
Members of the American Council of the Blind are outspoken advocates for their rights.
Advocacy involves attempting to influence legislation, regulations, and policies so that they will be beneficial for people who are blind or visually impaired, and then serving as a watchdog to see to it that those laws are enforced in a way that's beneficial for blind people. At ACB, we disseminate information to our members and encourage them to be politically active also. Through ACB's advocacy efforts, there have been many improvements to the built environment for people who are blind or visually impaired. The federal standards now require Braille signage, Braille and raised character designations on elevators, accessible public transit platforms with detectable warnings so that blind people won't fall off the edge of the platform. Accessible ATMs will soon be coming as a result of efforts of ACB.
Despite all of ACB's successes, there's more work to be accomplished.
The unemployment rate of people who are blind or visually impaired is 74%, which is unconscionable in this day and age where we've seen the enactment of the Americans with Disabilities Act and other legislation that is designed to protect the civil rights of people who are blind or visually impaired.
But it does seem that outmoded stereotypes and flagrant discrimination still exist. And so the American Council of the Blind must try to assist its members and others in the protection of their civil rights.
It's important because people who are blind or visually impaired have a great deal to offer society and a great deal to offer employers. And a lot of times it does require a certain amount of education on our part and providing assistance to our members and to others who experience vision loss with communicating the abilities of people who are blind or visually impaired to a potential employer or to society as a whole.
ACB's goal is to promote awareness about blindness to all individuals. The Council and its state organizations make publications available, produce TV and radio public service announcements on the capabilities of the blind, in addition to producing a monthly radio program, ACB Reports. The Council also provides toll-free information, scholarship assistance, and leadership training programs for the visually impaired. It is the Council's mission to raise the public consciousness on important issues relating to blindness.
I believe strongly that it's important to be a member of the American Council of the Blind because of the group dynamics that such an organization can promote.
The ACB is committed to raising the consciousness in the nation about the needs and abilities of blind people, supporting their independence, and advocating for them through legislation. Join them in becoming an advocate for independence.
The American Council of the Blind is an organization of blind people, but we're also an organization that welcomes the participation of others. Making life better for people in a democratic society is what the United States is all about. Help us to make things better for people who are blind as we approach the 21st century.
We need your support. Financial donations can be sent to the American Council of the Blind. As an additional source of information about the ACB or its affiliates, or to become a member, call 1-800-424-8666.